Support for Living Culture is provided in part by McKay Ranch, Fit Seafoods, Work Unlimited, and by Easy Orchards. In addition to recycling and garbage collection, Allied Waste Services is implementing a system of food waste composting. A handful of businesses in Salem have signed up to participate in a pilot program to see what works, what doesn't, and measure the benefits and costs. One of those businesses is a downtown Salem bakery owned and operated by Stephen Perkins and Debra Edwards.
So food waste from the restaurant, leftover pieces of dough, cooked bread, flour dust, all of those things, coffee grounds, all end up in this compost bin along with products that are not wax lined. So napkins, paper towels, paper plates that are not waxed, all of that ends up in this compost bin.
Also participating in the program is the Salem Conference Center.
We decided it was absolutely something we wanted to jump on board with. Allied Waste had done a huge audit on our garbage use, and they were able to take away a dumpster and replace with little individual 90-gallon pull carts or roll carts. And we made a very small investment in different colored internal garbage cans and bio liners, and off we went.
Inside the catering kitchen, workers are using biodegradable bags to collect food scraps as they prepare meals throughout the day. When the bags fill up, they are taken outside, right to the compost bins.
I think when Bentley's and us decided to do it, two big volume facilities, it was the right thing to do, was the first answer to that. But the second answer is, food is the heaviest thing that we throw away. And if we could find efficiencies, be a better part of a better program for taking care of our environment, it just kind of was a no-brainer.
At the bakery, Living Culture contributor Nick Pfaff discusses the pilot program with Stephen Perkins.
The magic beige bin. Check it out. We can put anything, any kind of food products in here. Look at this. Meats, cheeses. Look at this. These are compostable spoons, dishware, drinking cups made out of corn, bread, anything that touches food. All this goes into the compost bucket. And previously, all this would go in the trash. Not anymore. All this now, it's great. They pick it up once a week, take it down to near Corvallis to the compost center, and it's wonderful.
So strictly food derivative items only?
It is, but what's nice about it, the paper, like I said, the cups, anything that touches the foods, they even have little diagrams for you. They help you decide what goes in it. But the paper, anything that touches wrapping on the foods, meats, cheeses, all that goes in here. We don't put the plastic from that's wrapped in the meat. We throw that away. We throw the plastic for the cheese. But in the paper that touches it, can go in deli paper, that sort of thing, parchment paper, it all goes in here. It's compostable.
So besides the obvious, what's the ultimate benefit of composting?
The main benefit, obviously, is this is not going into the trash. Just imagine that everybody has a bin, probably like your smaller black bin you have at home. That, instead of going to the trash, goes right into the compost.
Really good. That sounds good. You're welcome.
I am so very excited about this. We are actually going to see the compost facility where all of our compostable products end up. And we're going to go see what that facility is and how it works and watch trash turn into compost.
On Collection Day, Allied Waste brings yard debris and food waste here to the Processing and Recovery Center just north of Corvallis.
What we're really talking about is making sure everybody understands what a recyclable material is, that those aren't compostables, and that materials that are biodegradable also don't meet the composting definition in our cycle. Right. So we're pulling those materials out to make sure they go their proper places, and then that way we're ready to compost the food waste that comes through.
There's also cardboard in there.
Yes.
it looks maybe waxy.
Right. Now, wax cardboard is something new. So what we're doing is we're grinding it up into smaller sizes, and then we're actually putting that through our food waste composting process. And we're testing it right now through our pilot program to ensure that it breaks down fast enough
Okay,
for
so
us
you're
also.
not sure.
We're not ready for it. We're
ready
taking,
for it when you are.
I know, we're taking some volumes right now. We're just not ready to open up to everybody. So.
Okay, now you mentioned that there are some things that are compostable that really aren't compostable. Like what?
Some of the compostable materials that are being marketed right now are not compostable by our definition, and it's more of your cycle times and your heat retentions and your window that you're trying to compost in.
Okay.
You'll find some that'll say that they're compostable at 150 degrees over 50 or 60 days. We're trying to compost ours in about a 30 to 45 day window.
Oh, okay.
And then go to a curing process.
Okay.
So we're kind of playing with those different materials right now to see what is working with our system so that we don't end up with a plastic bag at the end that we screen out.
Right. Now, we're using those cups. They are compostable. Are they
Right.
working for you yet?
So far, that's what we've seen is those are working fine.
Okay.
Yep.
And we also have the spoon, fork, knife.
And
So
again,
far-
it depends on the variety. There's a bunch of different, there's some
Okay.
starch base and some other bases out
Potato,
there.
yeah, there's potato and
Yep.
corn and...
So as long as it depends on what you have, we haven't seen them not break down yet.
Okay.
So we've had some
okay, good,
quite a bit
because
of
we're
good
using
luck
that.
with
And then paper towels, we're using those parchment paper. And that
Yep.
should be working just fine
those.
as
Working
well.
just fine. Yep.
Okay.
Before the composting process begins, the raw materials are broken down by machine, mixed, and gathered into a single large mound. Each mound is lined up in a row, then covered with plastic. In this controlled state, the temperature can be monitored, and the finished compost will be ready in about a month and a half.
This one's about 33 days along. So
You're getting some good composting going on.
No, not, well.
we're averaging probably in the 150 to 153 range.
And that helps break down meats,
Yep.
cheeses.
Yeah, for pathogen reduction, you have to maintain 131 degrees.
Okay.
So we're definitely taking it much higher than that,
Yeah.
and we have higher temperatures even higher.
Okay.
By adjusting our blowers and our timing of our cycles, it determines how much oxygen and how high we let that temperature get.
Yeah.
So we like to keep it up in about the mid 150s. It helps kill off the weed seeds and everything else that might come in with the yard debris mix. So then we'll cool it down when we go to the final cure and screen.
Well, the next step in implementation for statewide would be to get the curbside programs going, to do more marketing and get the word out that we're doing food composting down here in Corvallis. And we're looking for the volumes. We've got the space. We're ready.
It's amazing that garbage turns into dirt. I just think that's such an amazing thing.
Well, it's
Yep.
so full circle.
It
Something
is.
very
It
beneficial,
is.
exactly.
Yeah.
It is.
And then you put it back on your vegetables and you
Right.
put it back in and
Right.
compost
Right.
and yeah.
High five.
And we're part of it.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I think we need to step beyond our actual dollar and cents that we're of today and think of our dollar and cents for tomorrow.
Right.
And this is truly an affordable project. At the very worst, it's going to cost an extra bin. It's worth it. And it's worth it for every home to do this too.
That's right.
So future dollars, yes. Present dollars, not an issue.